Hello, and happy holidays. MoJo Medium here. How you doing? I was just playing lights because I had on my usual sort of warm ones and everything looked totally yellow. Still is kind of on this side. Hold on, I'm going to change that too. Okay, let's see if this is better. There, it's a little nicer, isn't it? All right, not so yellow. But I've got my festive evergreen Yule backdrop here. It's got holly, which of course holly is also a Christian symbol, but you know where all that stuff comes from. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you didn't know, the early church and the middle church borrowed a lot of rituals and celebrations from the pagan community. And that was one of the ways that they got people to literally come to Jesus. You know, the way they would say, well, come and join our church. We celebrate a rebirth we celebrate a birth in around the winter solstice. So bring your celebrations for your winter solstice, which they called Yule. And the church said, we'll just incorporate that, but we call it Christmas. We call it Christ Mass. And so bring your tree and bring your cardinals and bring your signs of the winter going to sleep and the spring will come again. And so they did all that, and then they did it again at Easter, celebrated the festival of Easter which was a fertility spring festival, right? So it was a rebirth with the resurrection. It fit together very nicely. That's why we have bunnies and Easter eggs. That's why, because they represent fertility. So now the butterfly also represents spring, but it represents the Christian resurrection. So we put all these things together, and what do we have? We have a backdrop covered in conifers and evergreen. So there you go. All right. Hi. Welcome to the MoJo Show. I am your hostess with the mostest, MoJo Medium, aka Susan Morrow Johnson. You'll find me on the web at MoJo Medium, and that is where you will find this year's Psychic Santa's gift list. It's right at the top of the page. So excuse me, I'm a bit dry. It's been a little crazy around here, as it usually is, and I haven't even been in the office for a couple of days. My husband just walked by and went, me? Because I've been helping my dad, and so plus it's Christmas and this and that. I was so beat when I got home at bedtime last night from my dad's. I just went straight to bed, and this morning I woke up about 8:30, which is a reasonable time, right? And I read my phone, I read the news, and I read Facebook memories until about 9. And then I got up and I thought, well, 9's good, you know, back to work, yada, yada. And I went, I am beat. And I went back to bed thinking I'd sleep another hour. Woke up at 11:30. Yeah. So this is what we get when we wake up at 11:30. Okay, but I've got my festive Christmas and Yule sweatshirt going on, which I love. I love this. I got it at Cracker Barrel this year, so it's all fresh and pretty and sweet. Let's see here. I want to say hi, Carrie Harry. Hi, nice to see you. I know it's probably really Carrie Hare. I'm just teasing you. Merry Christmas. Joyce, hi, nice to see you as well. Happy holidays to you. Susan Weathers, love you too. Beth Day, Merry Christmas. I like your little Christmas tree and Santa Claus. That's cool. Okay, so you know what we're here for today. But so let's go ahead and start with our good news only card. And then I have a couple of announcements, and then we'll get to the angel card readings, okay? Now, the golden deck is the other name for the good news only angel cards that are of my own design, and I was divinely inspired to create them. And hey, Cheryl, welcome to you too. Now, is that Colclough or Colclaw? My late husband's mother was a crow, Crough, and they pronounced it crow, and it had been anglicized from Ocrow when their Irish ancestors came over from the old world. I don't know how old it was, presumably when the Irish were not particularly welcome in New England. So I'm wondering if you're Colclough or if you pronounce it differently. Okay, so I was divinely inspired to create these good news only cards when one too many people asked me, what bad thing do I need to prepare for? What terrible news is coming along? And it occurred to me that while it is natural and biological for our brains to be constantly on the lookout for danger, it is also healthy for us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to learn to look for the good. So I created these cards to give you something good to look for, to look forward to. We're going to do 2 cards today. There's I don't know. I mean, they're still face down to me, but for some reason I had to pull 2 of them. So it is good for us, good and healthy for you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to look for the good and to learn to look for the good, to learn to expect good things. Excuse me, in my Make Magic with MoJo course, which you can also find on the website, which, oh yeah, it's on sale for 33% off for the holidays. So in that course, we really work hard on retraining our brains. Okay, so this is one of those things, and you can have your own deck of these cards if you like. Oh, New York is calling. I wonder what they want. You can have your own deck of these cards, and you can put them next to your bed or next to your toothbrush or on your desk at work, and every once in a while cut the deck and pull a card and see what it means for you. See how it helps you look forward to something. Okay, all right, today's 2 cards, because you got 2 today for some reason. Oh, they couldn't be better. They could not be better. Yes, and expect miracles. Yes, and expect miracles. We're just going to put those together. Yes, yes, you can expect miracles. And so this is actually just exactly what I was just talking about. If you expect miracles, you will find them. And I think it's especially nice that we get the Expect Miracles card during the, the Christian season of magic and miracles. But it's really, if you're not a practicing Christian, and I'm not, it's still pretty cool to expect miracles, right? So yes, expect miracles. Yes, you can. Yes, you can believe in good things coming along. And that's really the message that I'm getting, is that what I just told you about practicing looking for the good. Shut up, phone. I have my phone making that sort of magical sound. It's lovely, but shut up. I'm busy. So what I just told you about, it's good for you, it's emotionally, mentally, and spiritually to look for the good. That's what this is saying. Yes, it is good for you. Expect miracles. What Susan said, what MoJo said. Okay? Awesome. So this reading is good for you for the next few days to a week. No matter when you may see this. The phone is blowing up on me, so I'm just going to pretend that it's not there. Okay. Now then, let me talk about a couple of other things. We have some really cool stuff coming up for you in 2020, as well as for the rest of this year. Readings are on sale for $99 through the end of December, or you can get 2 for only $88 each. And if you want or need more than that, contact me personally at mojomedium@gmail.com. And then let me know, hey, I need to get 5 readings, and we'll hammer out a deal. Okay. The other thing is there are two programs you might especially be interested in that are really, really reasonably priced, great stocking stuffers. One is the 2020 Word Workshop, which is going on sometime in January. And that is where I teach you to set a word or theme for your new year. And that's kind of a fun exercise. And I've already got mine, and it's kind of surprising and a little bit weird. So I'll be excited to reveal that on the Word Workshop. Okay. And then I'll walk you through how to do your own. Okay. And it'll be live and interactive, and we'll be able to, I think we're going to do it on Zoom meeting. So we'll be able to really talk about your personal word. Okay. The other cool thing for 2020 is the 2020 Psychic Preview Call. And I've done this in the past, and it's always popular. It's very reasonably priced, like I said, and it is about kind of giving you an idea of what your year is going to be like. So both of those things are really good stocking stuffers. They're good for you. They're good to really get you started on retraining your brain. And just this morning, because I'm doing those 2 things, I think this is why this came up. So it was barely morning when I was in the shower, since I slept till 11:30. The message came through to start a monthly MoJo Academy, because I've got all these little small trainings that I've been wanting to do, like angel card class, right? You may be one of the ones who's been asking me to teach you how to do angel cards. Angel card class, I've got this brand new hypno magic meditation that's incredible that I really want to share with you. And so it came to me to just do a training every month and call it MoJo Academy. Just a different thing to help you develop your intuition, communicate with spirit, um, learn how to meditate in a way that retrains your brain, all kinds of things like that. So look for that in the new year. I don't have it put together yet, but I've been promising this angel card class for a long time, and I just started promising the hypno magic meditation class, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, we just put these under an umbrella. I mean, they may be a one-off, but if I do one every month, it'll give you an opportunity to learn something that interests you. Simple. Okay, time for angel card readings using my favorite deck, Magical Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. We are going to do angel card readings for you. Now, this is real simple, and I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. So let me just tell you what we'll do, and then we'll start walking together. And we're walking, and we're walking. All right, we're going to do a micro meditation. Then we're going to imbue the deck with your question or concern while I shuffle the deck. Then I will draw 3 cards and ask you to choose 1, 2, or 3. And that card will be your reading. Okay, and then I'll do the readings. So keep in mind the group effect means that you will, anytime you witness someone else's reading, you may and probably will get a message that's for you as well. So let's say you chose card number 1, but card number 3 really speaks to you too. It is for you. Don't dismiss it just because, oh, it wasn't exactly the way I said it was going to be, meaning you. It wasn't exactly the way you said it was going to be. I picked number 1, and number 1, it's got to be no. Messages flow constantly from spirit to us, okay? So pay attention. Anytime you hear a reading, you witness to a reading of any kind, you might even find messages and things like if you listen to, I don't know, Dr. Phil or Dr. Laura about, psychology things, there's stuff in there for you too. It's the same kind of thing. So pay attention. That's what I always say is pay attention. All right. Micro meditation is simple. It's 3 deep breaths. Be sure that you breathe all the way to your toes. Make sure your tummy sticks out with each of the 3 deep breaths that we'll do together. You're going to close your eyes, and I want you to concentrate on this thought. I call on my angels and guides, as well as all those who have my best interests at heart. Let me repeat that. I call on my angels and guides, as well as all those who have my best interests at heart. Okay? Any version of that, something close to that will be good. All right? So I like to hold my hands like this and lay them in my lap. I cross my feet at the ankles. You may sit however is comfortable for you. All right, you ready? We're going to do this now. Close your eyes and inhale. Excellent. Second breath. And last one. Oh, wonderful. I always suggest that you can use that anytime you need kind of to press the reset button. It's a good thing. It's also good for mindfulness if you're into that kind of thing. If you like to stop periodically and kind of center on where you are and be present in the moment, that micro meditation is real good for that. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle the deck 3 times, and I want you to think of your biggest question or concern right now. And if you have too many to choose from, or you don't have one at all, then I want to suggest the default question of, what do I need to know right now? That can often be so helpful. So I suggest, what do I need to know right now? Okay, you ready? Start thinking your thought, and you can share it with us here if you want to. Put it down below where we can all help you concentrate on your question. Sticky old cards. I can actually shuffle very well. All right, very good. Now we've got that. We're going to cut the deck. Now choose 1, 2, or 3 as I lay out the cards. 1, 2, 3. So I don't see them until you see them. So let us know your question. and which card you choose. I see that there are some more comments, so I'm going to do that real quick before I do the readings. I'm going to take a look at these. Cheryl says it's coal cloth, like cough. Interesting. Yeah, cool. Coal cloth. Coal cloth. Okay, got it. I'll remember. That's awesome. Okay, Cindy Forbus. Hi, Carrie. Amen. Yep, there you go. Brenda, hi. Welcome. Cindy chose 3. Would love a card, please. Yes, you got one. I thought I was in the RIP reading last Tuesday, but did not get in. I don't know what to do. Susan, I'll get in touch with you personally about that. Let me make a note because I thought you were supposed to be there too, and I sent you the emails. So, Susan Weathers, RIPs. Don't worry. I'll make it up to you. Do not worry. Okay. Cindy, I've had a lot of miracles. It's interesting. We have all had a lot of miracles. We don't tend to notice them. And so it's really good that you have noticed that you've had a lot of miracles. And that's awesome. I went to therapy, I don't know, one day in the last recent something. And I was talking about how I had just had an inspiration, and you can steal this if you want to, had an inspiration to sit down with my journal, and my word for 2019, my word or theme was magic. So I just thought, I think I'm going to sit down and write some of the magic things, how magic has shown up for me in my life. Whether it's, something that I feel like I've manifested or something that's kind of miraculous or, all the good magical feeling things and special things that have happened to me this year. And, I only listed about 10 or 12 things. It wasn't an exhaustive list by any means. But when I told my therapist, she was like, that's a good exercise. It's like, ooh, therapist approved. So I recommend that. Beth says number 2. Hi, Beth. Carrie says number 2. Susan, number 2. Would love a miracle for my grandson to come home. Rosemary, that would be wonderful. I will hope and pray for that miracle for you too. Rosemary says 2. What is going to happen with my daughter and her baby in the next month? Ooh, good stuff, I'm sure. Carrie, what document is my husband talking about? Interesting. Okay. Rosemary, I miss him so bad. We all do. I know how that is. And I don't know personally, but I feel for you. All right, let's do our readings now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you chose card number 1, this is your card. Time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so the new can come in. Perfect for the end of the year, isn't it? Perfect for the new year. Okay, specifically. Ooh, okay. Well, okay. Now if this doesn't fit you, that's okay. If it means something else to you, I want you to know that you have permission to go, oh, this is about XYZ. But what I'm getting is that it is about toxic relationships. And it may be about a big one. Okay, time to move on. Time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. So a toxic relationship that you start to distance yourself from allows you to let in a new person, a new friend, a new spouse, a new partner, a new somebody good for you. Okay. All right. Number 2, if this is your card, you have break free, try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. Now that's interesting. Time to move on and break free. That's very similar, isn't it? Let go of the old and worn out. Try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. And so I'm just pointing out that it's good for the new year also. But I don't feel like it's about toxic relationships. Break free. This really is almost literally about doing something you've never done before. And it doesn't have to be, like going scuba diving or skydiving. It doesn't have to be like that, but something you've never done before in terms of, gosh, I've never eaten at that restaurant before. I've never talked to this person before. I've been working in the next cubicle for 8 years, that kind of thing. So try something that you've just never done before. It may not be huge, but something like that, like I just mentioned. Gosh, excuse me. I've lived in this town for 10 years and I've never been to see the Statue of Liberty. That's a good one. Wherever you live, maybe there's something you've never done that you'd like to do. So try that. And it says there's a way to grow and learn, but I feel like it's about when you try something new like that, it's part of a development of yourself and a relationship and part of growing. I mean, it says as a way to grow and learn, but I'm trying to kind of express that a little more clearly. Like, let's say that you go on a date and suggest the Statue of Liberty or the Statue of Liberty equivalent in your city. Or you, I don't know, invite a friend to go with you, or you, maybe you try a church or other place of worship. And that's something that would help you to grow and learn. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. All right. So then you've got explore your options. Time to look at other possibilities and a good time to make changes. We have a theme here. This is a theme. When you get time to move on, time to let go of the old and worn out so the new can come in. Break free. Try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. Explore your options. Time to look at other possibilities. Good time to make changes. Excuse me. It's all kind of the same thing, isn't it? So let me see a little more specifically about explore your options. This really pertains, I feel like it pertains more to your job or your work than the others. Good time to look at other possibilities, good time to make changes, okay? But I want you to, you know what? I think I'm coughing because I've got a scented candle going and it smells wonderful, but I think it might be allergic to it. Okay, so consider that, let's see here, how's this best for you? That these three create a theme for the new year. I mean, it's really like, you know, January 1st is really no different from May 3rd. You know, I mean, it's not anything. It's just what importance you put on it, if any. And so this, though, is saying that, hey, January 1st is a good time for you to do this. January 1st, 2020 is the beginning of a new decade. If you call it the end of the decade, I'm not going to get into that argument. But time to move on, break free, explore your options. All of this signals that when you make changes in conjunction with your new year, you will benefit from it mentally, emotionally, spiritually, maybe even physically. So do that. I mean, this is the first time, if you've been watching this a while, this is the first time we have ever had all three cards make such a theme and at such a time. It's a Christmas miracle to have, you know, this thing that's saying, okay, the new year's coming, make the changes, look at different possibilities, leave behind the things that don't work for you, right? Try something new. I love it. I'm like, you know, there's no accidents. I mean, all of these cards, every card in this deck could apply to almost everyone at almost any time. But you get the cards that you get. And to have it come together like that in this one big New Year's swirling theme is kind of miraculous. Yeah, so that was what our good news only card said, was expect miracles. And we got one. So I will not be here next Thursday because I will be off next week. But on Thursday the 2nd, in the new year, you can see me here again on this page doing the MoJo show for you, giving you angel card readings, and that will be at 2 p.m. Central as per usual. If you are a member of the Make Magic with MoJo free group, you will probably not see me next Tuesday, but you'll see me there soon. And if you haven't friended or followed me on my personal page, which is just Susan Morrow Johnson, I hope you will, because I would love to have you friend me or follow me there as well, because I haven't done a lot lately, but I usually do. So join me over there. It's always fun. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel that's in the description above. Now, is that all the places you can find me? I think so. If you can't find me, you are not trying hard enough, right? You're just not looking. All right. Until next time, happy holidays, cool Yule, Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, which is coinciding with Christmas this year. I don't know if Kwanzaa is actually a thing, but happy Kwanzaa. And expect miracles. I'll see you soon. MoJo out.